Hello and welcome along to episode 62 of the Don McKellar sponsored A View from Section C. Senior, how are you
Junior.
this week?
All right.
That good.
Early shift. Tired. Looking forward to my holiday next week. So, yeah. I've got your
Lucky for
sister's
some.
dog. So I'm dog sitting this week. So I'm up even earlier because if they take him out in the pissing rain at 4:30 in the morning. Yeah. Life's a fucking dream, is it?
Yeah. I was up a wee bit earlier the day. I didn't get my longer lie that I've been managing to get. I was up a wee bit earlier the day. I had to go through a Perth for some training. So that was fun. But aye, Shannon had me out fucking last night, 10 o'clock, driving around trying to see these fucking northern lights that she couldn't see anyway. So that was a waste of time.
Yeah. If you're going to see the Northern Lights, right?
Go to
Get up
Aberdeen.
to something like that. Or a wee bit further up. Maybe Norway or something. But yeah. I didn't think every morning I got up, it's just been dark. You can it's getting winter when you're on early shift and it's dark and it's raining and
yeah. Well, I'll tell you, it is Baltic the day. It is cold the day.
Temperature's dropping now, like.
Oh, I love it when it's cold. Love it. That's what you go on holiday for, is the heat. Love it when it's cold.
Yeah.
But
which will be me. Which will be me next week. Never mind, Junior. It'll be me next week.
It's all right. We'll hold the fort down here.
Yeah.
Which means there may actually have to be a break in next week's podcast unless I have to get on Andy McCartney.
Unless I've got my phone with us, right? I've got my phone will be there and my AirPods will be there, so don't you worry about that.
Listen, remember how shite your Wi-Fi connection is. Never mind your phone connection in a foreign country.
But don't you worry about that. It's Robo's apartment. It's all gadgets in Robo's apartment.
Right. Okay. So we could have a view from Section C from Costa del Benamedina.
Yeah, that'll be it. Just sitting, phone up in the air like that, just holding it up, pool behind us, giving it the big view from Section Sunbed.
I can sit in there like Mark Lefebvre.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Well, yeah, so episode 62. Obviously, we had a couple of games last week. We've got our game preview coming up for our Challenge Cup games, which Senior will not be at. However, we might just throw in a competition because Senior's not there. We might throw in a competition, and we'll come on to that. We'll come on to that in the Belfast Giants game. So we'll get straight into it. We'll go straight to our 51 club sponsored game reviews. Starting off with the amount of times that Andy McCartney nearly said coronavirus. It's the way he went, the Corona Brasov. It's like the coronavirus. The Corona Brasov. So Stars got off to a great start at 13:49 with the new Gretzky, Johnny McBean, put Stars 1-0 up. Tony Ronaldo made it 2 at 14:42. Craig Garrigan made it 3:36 seconds into the second period. Owen Williams for Brasov brought it back to 3-1 at 21:56. Craig Garrigan got his second of the game at 28:56. Brasov then scoring through Maciej Kovacs at 33:46. He then pulled it back again, got it down to 1 goal difference at 43:07. But then Stars just kind of took off in that second half of the third period. 47:05 through Tony Ronaldo, 51:35 Kyle Pouncey, and then 52:17 through Ryan Pornstar Valentini. Senior, we were way off with this prediction.
Big one. Yeah, I wasn't half there.
Now, I'm just trying to find my wee bit of paper.
Senior said 3-2 somebody Brasov. In overtime. Yeah.
Yep, and I said 4-3 Brasov in overtime.
Yeah, miles away.
Well off the mark. Away. What was your thoughts?
Yeah. Pleasantly surprised. Coming off the 4-0 defeat by Fife, I thought they would have had to come out, prove a lot of people that they can play, so they did. And I've always said that if you stick McBean with 2 imports, they will create, and Craig Garrigan, they'll create spaces, and that's what happened. I thought McBean took his goal really well. He had a chance just before it, and then he manages to get the puck again, and then he fires it in. But yeah, overall, it was a nice professional job.
Yeah. I thought McBean and Garrigan were excellent. Again, it just and we said that this season's going to be, Craig's been in the 5th season, I think I said it was, in the pre-season, running through the roster. So his 5th season. Last season felt like a breakout year for him with how poor a season it was from a team point of view. I think Craig was one of the standouts last year, and this season was for him to go and kick on and continue that. Johnny was obviously, this is the make or break, because he's still only 19-year-old, but the make season for him. He's even said that himself. He's just, Mark gives him the chances. He's just going to try and repay him for that. And by all means, in the first, 4 games, he certainly showed that he does deserve to be getting regular ice time. He knows how to finish a puck. I hate to use this comparison because we didn't like talking about Zombies Senior, but it's a bit like Chris Boyd. You stick him in front of the goal, and he'll know where to put it. And that's certainly what Johnny McBean will do.
I wouldn't have gone down that road with over analogy. I'd probably went a wee bit more local and said that he's a bit like JD. You give JD the puck in front of the goal, right? JD's going to score, And it didn't matter if he was at the Stars, the Comets, Tigers, now Aberdeen. You give JD a chance, and he'll score, And that's what I feel like with Johnny McBean. And I think what's happened is, the coaches probably looked at it and thought, he can't play the 2 Brits together because you'll not get the best out of them.
Yeah.
And what he's had to do is had to put them, to get 4-line hockey going, he's had to give Craig 2 imports and Johnny 2 imports. Yeah. And at the moment, it seems to be working. It's working for them.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm not 100% sure, because there's, and I think we'll touch on it maybe more through the Tilburg game. I didn't think I'm not sure if the lines are 100% right yet. That's just me. But see, the start of that game, if it hadn't been for Kevin Carr, we could have been well done within the first 6, 7, 8 minutes. Carr kept us in that game, and then gradually we got the foothold, and then we were away.
I'll tell you, he's fucking phenomenal, Kevin Carr. Nottingham, he was good. You could tell he was good in Nottingham, but you never really seen much of him at Nottingham.
We only seen him at Dundee.
And Nottingham were kind of up and down that season, and then they were really shit when they had the meltdown that played on Saturday. DeBow, they were really shit last year. But yeah, Kevin Carr, he is a top goalie. And he will, again, it's like you say, it's like Shane Owen. He gives Fife a chance to win games, and that's certainly what Kevin Carr's going to do. But yeah, like you say, Johnny and Craig on with 2 imports, I think massively it brings out their game. You look at Craig on with Johnny Walker. I think Johnny pretty much set up both those goals in the end for him. Certainly the second, I think it was the second one where Johnny was just scrapping in front, and then it was just Craig just had to come in and slot it home.
That's it, and I think both of his goals were like that. That Walker, I think Walker proved a lot of people wrong. Certainly on Saturday. Overall, Sunday was quite poor, but on Saturday, I think he proved a lot of people wrong. One, everybody was like, "Oh, we've heard he's injured. He's not going to be playing. He's about a dafty. we need him to do
Yep.
more than that. And then on Saturday, he really stepped up because he just stands in front of that goalie, and he gets absolutely
Yeah.
hammered.
Yeah.
And De Boer went at him. Even the 5 games, Shane Owen went after him. De Boer was at him. The D-men's at him. And then what happens? He just causes so much confusion. And then all it needs is for the puck to become loose and for the other forwards or the other 4 players on our team to be around about it. And
Yeah.
luckily enough for Craig, he was there twice, and twice he put the puck in the net.
Yeah. And I think that we say that about Johnny Walker as well. I think that was obviously there's only had the 2 games against Fife. Before that, Saturday certainly was what you saw more of what he could bring.
Yeah.
Drawing those penalties, Piché giving him a bang in the puss. Johnny could have lost it. Nah, skate away, laugh at him. Yep, take your penalty. Pretty much like what Fife were doing to him on the Sunday game at
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
But I think he will learn this league. He knows which refs are probably gonna take his shit and which refs aren't gonna take his shit.
Yeah.
Mr. Craig obviously being one of them, won't take his shit. But it's with Good and Brown, I think they realised, okay, that's the type of player he is. Let's keep an eye on it. And then didn't do anything wrong. Got a couple of wee knocks himself. Okay, there's penalties. So I think Johnny Walker was absolutely tremendous on Saturday as well.
Yeah.
Showed exactly what he could do. But we came out 7-3 win. I think the scoreline did flatter us a bit. I don't think Brasov were as bad as the scoreline shows.
No.
Say Kevin Carr kept us in it at the start. Also kind of kept us in it at times in the second and third period as well. But a good win over. Okay, it's only their first game, but a good hockey team.
Yeah, definitely. They're obviously well coached. Their coach has got like you went through his CV before the game with me, and his CV is ridiculous. You know, the what was it? The Peterborough Petes, and
Peter
then
Pete's,
about
Erie Otters.
the assistant coach at Tampa Bay Lightning, and things like that. So the man is probably like a bit like Tom Coolan. You know, he's an older guy. He's been round the block, but they will have a lot of experience, and they're no mugs. That was a decent hockey team they've got, and it was good to see Sills back. Shaver he milked it. He loved it. Yeah, but he absolutely loved it. And listen, the boy could play. Let's not get a waff here, right? He could. He's a good player. And they had a lot of good players on their team. De Boer scrambles a lot, and he does. He just. It's like there's no composure about the guy, and I think that's what causes so much problems for the teams that he plays with. That he's not got a lot of composure, and he tends to be scrambling all the time. Doesn't hold on to a lot of pucks, and I think we sussed that out, and that was what we did. We just started getting right in front of him.
Yeah.
One concern for me, even coming out of 7-3 win, was and still will be the power play. I think the power play is rotten.
Yeah. So the Saturday game, the Brasov game was a short-handed goal.
Yeah.
And I think, for me, and I said it straight away after they scored it's how we line up on the face-off on the power play. We only have for some reason our first power play unit is 5 forwards.
Yeah.
And then the second one is, and I get the second one, 4 forwards and a D-man. With your D-man being Dryden, who's effectively could be a forward at times. But the way we line up is centerman, winger, 2 winger, D-man in the point.
Yeah.
If we lose that face-off, there's potentially a 2-on-1 straight away, and that's what happened multiple times.
Yeah.
I think that is my biggest concern for it, is that the way we line up a face-off. I get that we're trying to be attacking with it, but we are leaving ourselves exposed, and we know how much the Stars organisation loves giving up a short-handed goal over the
Definitely.
last few years.
I know. As I say, I like the 4 forwards with Dryden. The 5 forwards for me doesn't work. Doesn't work, right? Because it doesn't matter who you've got playing as the point guys. I think it's Britain and somebody else.
It was
But
Phelan.
Right. So the whole down now, I think we've spoke about this at the game that Phelan may have played D at some point.
I think so.
But
Something says he
and
has.
saying that though, Junior, right? He's a forward now, right?
Yeah.
And on the power play, he's like one of the point men. So at some point, teams are going to try and hit us on the break, and the whole skating thing changes for a forward when they're having to skate backwards. The whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
We've always said it. Dryden skating backwards. Jeff Marshall probably skated as well backwards as he did going forward. I've never seen anybody skate like that. But that's what gets these guys out of danger. The way they can skate backwards.
Yeah.
I don't think Phelan's got it, and I don't think Britain's got it. And that's going to, we will get caught numerous times, I think, if we play 5 forwards. For me, I would play Dryden on the first power play line and have 4 forwards. And I would play, whether it be Chris Mackay, Kyle Pouncey as a D-man on the second power play. And I would always go 4-1.
Yeah, I think if you are going to go the 4-1 on the second line as well, I think it's got to be something like Pouncey, because again, Mackay's not the quickest either. He's not the quickest either. I actually think he's quite solid. I think he's just a no nonsense kind of get rid of the shit.
Yeah.
Majority of the time, we'll come on to Sunday's game in a bit, but I think it needs to be something like a Pouncey. That fills in that second line as well. But the 5 forwards is a strange one. I understand why he's doing it. 5 forwards on the ice. It's different if it's a 5-on-3. If it's a 5-on-3, 5 forwards.
Yes.
But the 5-on-4, it's a strange one. But
is it? Yeah. But that's what he wants. That's what he wants to do. I think it's different if you've got a team of snipers. I've said this umpteen times now, and I'm going to say it again. We've no got a team of snipers. And Mark said that. We're not going to see sexy hockey, right? We're going to see guys that'll get to the dirty places and stuff like that. So if that's the case, why are we playing 5 forwards on a power play? Because we're just going to be shot and collapsing on goalies. That's how we're going to be then. There's not going to be any silky passing, silky hockey going on up front. Go with a D-man that can move the puck. And I must admit, I've been impressed with Pouncey since he started. I think he's been really good.
I
pleasantly surprised.
I said that I thought he was going to be your Michael Poirier type of player. I think he has come in like a Poirier type of player. His skating kind of reminds me a bit of Poulin as well.
A wee bit.
But pleasantly surprised. But it was a good win. I don't think we really looked in any danger either against Brasov. And then we came into Sunday night against the Tilburg Trappers. The big news of before the game was Big Tuna himself, Lucas Brine, in between the pipes. Stars got off to a very relatively quick start at 6:20, a goal through Johnny Walker. At 19:11, D'Artagnan Jolly equalised. And then the second period with the only other goal of the game is Mikko Virtanen at 32:01, giving the Tilburg Trappers a 2-1 win in what was possibly one of the most, I hate to be honest and brutal about it, but one of the most boring games of hockey I have ever seen at the DIA. And what was really encouraging to hear was Lefebvre's interview after it. Completely slating the team. I completely agreed with it. Like, it was so fucking boring.
I commented on it. I think Stars TV put it up, and I tagged Mark in it and says, good, honest opinion. And it was refreshing to see that.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? And that was when he come out with, we're not a sexy hockey club. We tried to be a sexy hockey club. We tried to skate with the puck instead of passing the puck. The passing was not on point. We were trying to dangle things when we shouldn't be dangling. And he actually, he probably came out with what the majority of fans were walking away from the game saying on Sunday. He got it absolutely spot on. But the saving grace, it's pre-season, but it just didn't. I just hope this is what the par for the course is for the rest of the season. Just being win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, and go inconsistent the whole game, the whole season.
It's almost like we replicated what we did the weekend before. Saturday, good performance, got the win, grind it out, some nice play, some nice goals. Everyone's all up for it. Everyone loves Johnny Walker. Come to Sunday, flat, completely flat. And Mark said it. Passengers was the word I believe he used. Passengers. And people just looked like they were there. Was it? People just looked like they were there for a public skate session or something. He said
something like that. Yeah.
And again, it looked like it was just like we were just going out, coasting up and down the ice, and as a team, it just didn't go. It was shit.
I'll tell you, Junior.
Sorry, but it was.
Yeah. If the guys are thinking that was 2 tough weekends, they're in for an absolute fucking wake-up call this weekend. That's a guarantee.
Yeah. Well,
and every other weekend following this weekend, because that was, I don't know what happened on Sunday. There was just nothing. I felt bad for the goalie. Is it maybe a couple of goals he would want back? Maybe looking back, he might be a bit tough on himself. Is it someone that Kevin Carr would save? Potentially. But
you know what?
First professional game, I thought the lad he done really, really well.
You know what?
He let 2 goals in. He gave it the opportunity to win it.
Yeah, I'm going to be completely honest. I thought he was absolutely robbed the man of the match. Absolutely robbed.
So did I. Yeah. There was nobody.
There was some saves that some of them I think he got a bit lucky. Like, and he'll admit that himself. The post was there a few times for him, but again, good positioning to make sure that it was the post and it wasn't going in. The side of him. Some of the saves he made was fucking tremendous. There were some really good saves. Flashed that glove hand a couple of times. But again, the goals, the first one, very poor turnover behind the net. And I think it was by Chris Mackay as well. A turnover behind the net. The second, I think it was the second one. It took a weird bounce in front of the goal. It was. I felt for him. I did feel for him. I thought he was left hung out to dry a couple of times. But I thought Big Tuna was outstanding at times. And again,
I agree with you.
I think he can only build on that. But again, the concern I have, and it's nothing against Tuna, but I don't care. I'm calling him Tuna the rest of the season. The concern I've got is if we do put him in, is the D pairings strong enough to protect them? That's my only concern. I know it's pre-season still, and we've still got to find our groove, but I still think the defensive pairings are wrong.
Yeah, the first 2. I think Chris and Pouncey's correct.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think these 2 will get better as the season goes on.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it should be Dryden and Mackay, and that leaves Moorsey with Sean Allen. That's the way I would line up.
Yeah. One of the biggest concerns for me, actually, from Sunday's game was the stat of our shots on goal in the second period. Did you see it?
Now, Mark says 2.
1.
I thought it was 1.
It's 1.
Yeah,
Yep.
I thought it was 1 on the scoreboard. 1 shot. Yeah.
One shot on
Matt
goal.
was doing him a favour. Yeah. Brutal.
The coach's always got to have your back. You'll know that as a coach
Yeah.
as well. They've always got to have the
I'll
team's
say
back. But
it's it was only 1 shot, but I'll double it up just to make it look good. But what a
yeah, one
start
shot
that
on
is
goal.
at home, eh?
Yeah.
It's no good enough, eh? It is not good enough. Again, what? It's good enough if you score it. But when you didn't score it, you're under a lot of
No,
pressure. But like you,
it
we
was.
always do it. Everybody around us does it after the game. We always ask one another, who's got man of the match, who's got man of the match. And I think every one of us said it should have been the goalie. Now, they've probably gave it to Johnny because he scored the goal. But
Yep.
if I was a skater getting that man of the match, I'd be slightly embarrassed because every one of them will tell you that was not their best game that they've ever played.
I'm also a little bit annoyed that Connor Sills didn't get man of the match.
Yeah, the night before, I was a bit disappointed with that. I couldn't care less. Somebody could have scored a hat-trick for that team. Yeah, you give it to Connor Sills, and it wasn't as if Connor left on bad terms.
No,
he got to that final four.
Yeah.
Somebody said that his last game at the DIA was that Sheffield game.
Yeah.
He deserved better. I think so.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen it. I think he did well for her. He was a solid player.
Definitely.
But yeah, so a 50% record in pre-season, 2 wins, 2 losses. 2 wins on Saturday, 2 losses on Sunday.
Yeah. So what did we have for our score lines this for the Tilburg game? I think we both had
miles off.
Miles. I thought that.
Senior had Stars winning 5-1.
Yeah.
And Junior had Stars winning 5-2.
There you go.
At least I got the 2
it
right.
Just goes to show. And what I thought was really ironic, right, is we pumped Brasov on Saturday.
Yeah.
And Fife beat Tilburg.
Yeah.
And then the whole reverse goes right round on the opposite night. Whereas Brasov pumped Fife.
Yeah.
And Tilburg beat us. Which I thought was really... I thought, based on the Brasov that I'd seen the night before, and the way Fife played against us, I thought, Fife will beat them now. Fife will beat them now. But I was really surprised when I seen their score coming through as well.
Yeah. So, we move on from pre-season senior. That's it, done and dusted, out the way.
Yeah.
And the big stuff kicks in now. So we have...
Is it the big stuff? It's the Challenge Cup.
Hey, listen. It's the big stuff. This is the season starting now. This is the
definitely.
Big stuff.
But is it the big stuff of the season, though?
Yeah. Every game's big for us.
There's a trophy. I'll give you
Every game's big. So, Craig Niche Decorators sponsored game preview. It is a home and home in the Challenge Cup against the Stenaline Belfast Giants.
The Belfast Giants.
The Belfast Giants. So, senior, it's been well documented of some summer moves from players leaving Dundee to other clubs. Mr. Elijah Barriga obviously signed for Belfast. However, there is a strong rumour going round that he is out for the season already.
I know. I heard that myself. I've never seen anything in black and white.
No, I don't even know what happened to him. I don't even know he was injured.
No.
Done and dusted seemingly for the season.
I'll be honest with you, Junior, right? I didn't follow them. As like I check their scores out, if anything, right? Especially in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And I've never even seen his name getting mentioned.
No.
So I say that when Belfast announced Barriga, if he plays this weekend, this will come back and haunt me, right? And
you're not gay, he's sitting on a fucking sun lounger.
Yeah, you fucking better believe it. So I didn't care. But I'm telling you, Elijah Barriga, as sort of decent as he was with us, right? Isn't that caliber of a player that he will go and light up the league with the Belfast Giants, right? When you look at guys that they had last year, Pickenich, Conway, and Goodwin. No way is Barriga. Then you could even go down the line. Tyler Soy, guys like that. And it's just me. Then I think Barriga's in that category. I really don't.
No, I don't. I agree with you, but I am just going to pick you up on this before a Belfast fan picks on it because I know that Kyle Haas's Belfast pal subscribes to our YouTube channel. Pickenich didn't play for them last year.
Well, okay, I'm fucking
that was
okay.
2 years
the year
ago now,
before that.
2 years ago now.
But
you miss him that much, do you?
That's what it is. What a player he was, by the way.
By the way, hold on. We hate to stop the press here because it was obviously Senior's birthday on Sunday, and I didn't see a message. I saw a like on Facebook, but no message from Mr. Dowd for your birthday. What the fuck's that all about?
Fucking me dick, is he?
He liked my post saying happy birthday to you, but he never fucking commented or messaged you. Eh?
Well. Yes, he did.
Did he private message you?
Nope. It's on Facebook.
Oh, did he comment on it?
Yep.
Honestly, it's unreal, yeah.
Look
how happy
for
everyone that's on Spotify or listen on Spotify or Apple. Go to 31 minutes and 40 seconds on the YouTube video and look at Senior's little smirk on his face. He's such a happy little man.
And I'll give you one better than that. Chris Brinster.
Oh, okay.
Happy birthday, mate. That's up there, right? Sorry, Dowdy, if you're listening, right? You're fucking gone, right? When Chris Brinster gets in touch to say happy birthday with you, Dowdy's gone, right? Gone. Finished.
Nah.
But he was still there till Chris Brinster mentioned it.
But yeah, no, I completely agree with you that I don't think Barriga's up there with that caliber of players. But you never know. You put him on a line with two good players, you might light the league up. But couple of signings for Belfast in the summer. Well, they kind of changed the roster quite a fair bit, but one that stood out to me was obviously Daniel Tedesco from Guildford, and then obviously Davy Phillips going back from
strange one, like
the traffic cones.
Yeah, that's a strange one. Phillips going back there, like.
Well, he did a good job there before, but are they struggling for British D-men? Is that maybe the issue?
Yeah. Tedesco I liked. I thought he was a really good player at Guildford.
Class player.
Yeah. But they have changed their roster right up. Like, I know Besco's back. Jackson's
and this is
back.
his last year.
Yeah, Jackson's back. Oh, and by the way, Jackson Whistle. Legend. Absolute legend, right?
I knew you were going to bring this up.
Pre-season. Yeah, you fucking probably are. We're in pre-season and we have the first Clan fan meltdown because Jackson says we shouldn't be getting bit from teams like that. Absolutely 100% he should be saying that. 100%. Because Jackson should be saying that against nearly every team in the league, apart from maybe Cardiff, Sheffield, potentially Guildford or Nottingham. Everybody else, players that play for Belfast should be saying, we shouldn't be getting beat for this team.
No.
Clan have not proved themselves yet. They've spent a lot of money, right? And until they start doing something, then they could make themselves one of the big boys in the team. But loved it. Absolute meltdown for them.
Yeah. Other biggest player for me for Giants that we really need to watch out for is Matt McLeod. What a player he is. A hockey family as well. So
yeah,
it's
and lightning fast, absolutely rapid.
Yeah.
But good
So
player.
senior, 2 tough Challenge Cup games then. Again, we could use it as a pre-season to get our league campaign going, because we obviously have the Manchester Storm the weekend after, which again I believe is a home and home as well.
I think so, because
There's a lot of home and homes to start the season.
yeah,
A lot of them. There's
yeah,
same happens with Coventry and Nottingham as well, I believe, and Fife
because
again.
I think we're home games on the Sunday because I'm back for that one. So I
Aye.
think they're away. They're away on the Saturday and at home on the Sunday. But yeah, it seems to be the thinkness now, eh?
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah.
what are you thinking?
So I think in Belfast, I think it's going to be a gone for or a foregone conclusion. A lot of Stars fans going down too.
I seen that on Facebook today. Somebody posted up saying who's all going, and the next thing I was, oh, I'm going. There's so many of us going. There's so
Yeah.
many of us going. So yeah, hopefully, come on, it'll be a good weekend, eh?
Yeah, I
Well,
see Reese Sharp put up that there's 10 of them going. John and Nairn Bonner are going down as well.
yeah. I'm surprised Reece Sharp against 10 people, to be honest with you.
Surprised he could count to 10.
Or or he's got 9 people that are willing to go with him to a game.
Aye. Honestly, I think it's going to finish 5-1 Giants. Possibly more. I thought 6, but I'm going 5.
It absolutely pains me to say this. It really, really does. I think it might be worse than that. I think it could be unlucky 7.
7.
7-9. We're not
Okay.
scoring. I can't see us scoring in Belfast.
Okay. There's Ollie.
There's Ollie. Did you hear him?
Heard him that time. Home game?
The home game, I think it'll be a lot closer. I'd like to see we're winning, but again, I'm going to say it again, Junior. There's nobody there. I can't see it just yet, right? That's going to light this league up goal scoring ways. I think it'll be a totally different game. Unfortunately, I think we'll get beat, but I think it might be like a 4-2 or something like that. 4-2 Giants.
4-2 Giants.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 5-3 Giants.
Yeah. I think it'll be a lot closer than what it will be the night before.
Yeah. Again, first big test for the team, as in travelling wise as well.
Yes. Yeah. That's how it started at the start. If they think these games, going over to Fife on a Saturday and then coming back to play them on a Sunday, and 2 home games is tough. This is the start of it now, eh? The long weekends are coming in, and travelling on a bus and then on a ferry and then back, and no getting really good sleep and things like that. I think it'll be really, really difficult for them this weekend. And as I say, for me, I'm not a great fan of the Challenge Cup. I'd rather win the Challenge Cup and start the season earlier and get playoffs in. So at least they could at least go and find out now. If you don't want to get left dragging in the league too early. So if you're going to struggle against Belfast, home and home games, get in the Challenge Cup.
Yeah. So with that, with our very glass half empty predictions, we do, we do have a competition. Senior, what is it you've got? You've got a £25 voucher there?
Yeah, I've got 3 of them, but they are £25 vouchers. Yeah.
Right, well, we're not getting out all 3 of them.
No, I
Fucking
can't. We're
greedy
not going to the 3 of them, but they're 25.
greedy
They're 20.
bastards listen to this show, eh? Okay, 3 of them.
So, yeah.
You got to remember.
£25.
You got to remember, folk try and cheat on these competitions on this show, Larzo.
No, really?
Remember Mr. Andy Strange last season?
No.
Yeah.
I couldn't see people. Nah, telling you, people wouldn't allow themselves to be like that, Junior.
I am not letting them forget it. So we do have a £25 voucher for Don McKellar. I'm getting used to saying it like that now, just in case Paddy fucking slashes us next time I go into the restaurant. So we are going to do first goal scorer. And again, it could be a Belfast Giant player, it could be a Stars player, and it is for the home game. It is not the away game on Friday, it is the home game on Saturday. So first goal scorer, either a Belfast player, either a Stars player. It cannot be Elijah Bariga because I think he's injured. If he plays, it could be Elijah Bariga.
And if he doesn't play and you vote for Elijah Bariga, thank you very much.
So we'll put a post up. What day are we on? Tuesday. So the show will go out. We'll put a post up on Wednesday. Get your guesses in for Saturday. We will close the competition at the end of warm-ups, just so you know that Elijah Bariga plays or not. And yeah, so get your guesses in. We'll give it till the end of the warm-up. We'll close it at that point. Comments are time-stamped, Mr. Strange. So again, you will be caught out if you're cheating. You are allowed to enter again. You have suffered long enough. This is your last bit of punishment of call-outs on it.
Junior, I'm not angry, eh? Just disappointed.
But also, remember, along with that £25 voucher competition, it is still only the 19th of September, which means you still have a number of days to take up the opportunity to get 25% off in Don McKellar by phoning up, booking a table, and quoting a view from Section C. Again, you must say a view from Section C when you book your table over the phone. Stella listened to the show the night it was released and booked herself a table straight away. Unbelievable. Any excuse to book in at Paddy's.
I don't care. I think she's great listening to the show straight away and getting it booked. Well done. Great effort. Outstanding effort.
Yeah. But so remember, you're 25% off if you book it over the phone, and also we'll run that competition this week for first goal scorer for the first game of the season. £25 off at Don McKellar.
Outstanding.
Can I enter it? Am I allowed to enter it?
No.
The draw's done live though, so it's not like I can rig it.
Nope. Could I do it? Because I'll be in Spain.
Nah.
Okay. I'll just say it's Robo.
So yep, to the home and home again this weekend. Belfast Giants Challenge Cup. We've both got us down for defeats, but hopefully we're wrong and we have at least 2 points to speak about when you're sitting on a sun lounger in Ben Almedina. Senior, enjoy your holiday.
Thanks, Junior.
I'm sure everyone else listening to the show is also wishing you a happy holiday. Then I get too sunburnt.
I'll not get sunburnt. And again, what I forgot to do a shout out at the start.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Why are you shouting out? Oh, I know why you're shouting out.
The Brownie Girls.
They're back. The Brownie Girls are back.
The Brownie Girls are back. Brownies for the boys. 2 for Larzo. 1 for his birthday. 1 for the show. And you just got 1 for the show.
Yeah, that was it. 1 for being me.
That's it. So, yeah. Much appreciated, and much appreciated to everybody who wished me a happy birthday on the socials, but also came up to me during the game and said it as well. So, made an old man feel young.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Senior, enjoy your holidays. Everyone, safe travels to Belfast that are going. Hopefully, you come home with some smiles on your faces. If it's no a win, it's for getting pushed the night before. And hopefully, we've got a win to speak about on next week's podcast. Enjoy the rest of your week, and Senior won't, but I'll see you at the rink on Saturday.